Hey there, thank you for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris and welcome to another LEGO haul video. Today I have yet another LEGO Bricks and Pieces haul, featuring a ton of really unique LEGO pieces from minifigure stuff to even some licensed stuff that snuck on there and some unique printed elements, as well as, well, you can already probably tell what's in this bag, but it's a massive army of LEGO horses, especially to complement my ever-growing LEGO Black Falcon army. Let's head on over to the review studio and take a look at what's in these bags.
Alright, let's open this up and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so included in this haul we have a pretty wide and random mix of different pieces, mostly from recent sets that I wanted to get my hands on, particularly duplicates of. One thing I found was really nice was that I could actually order another one of these Spinjitzu spinner pieces, which is exclusive to the Tournament of Elements Ninjago set. So I made sure to order an extra one because it is a pretty cool piece to have an extra of. Another really nice piece to have extras of is this Pearl Gold Kayak, which was only featured so far in the Raya and the Last Dragon sets. I did get all of those sets, but I do like this one as an extra, particularly because the one that was included in the sets actually had a ton of stickers on it, so this is definitely a good one to keep on the side that's completely unstickered. Moving on to some random semi-licensed stuff I was able to pick up in this haul, we got one of the Nexo Knights Rogol base pieces. This was actually introduced for Nexo Knights, but they've recolored it in tan and dark tan for Sandman from the Spider-Man sets. Pretty surprised to see this appear on Bricks and Pieces, but I guess because the piece originated in a non-licensed theme, they were actually allowed to include it on the site, so I definitely got an extra of that to set aside. Some other licensed stuff, which definitely could fall under the realm of just being general use pieces, are this very nice opalescent effect piece for the Mysterio fishbowl helmet. I really love the way this looks. Even on camera, you can't quite capture just how sparkly and unique this looks as a piece, and I definitely wanted to get an extra of it just to have in my own collection. And speaking of getting stuff that's technically licensed, surprisingly LEGO actually allowed the sale of the brand new Clone Trooper head from the 501st Legion Clone Troopers. LEGO normally doesn't ever allow anything that's licensed to be bought on Bricks and Pieces, much less something like this where it's directly related to Star Wars, but somehow this one I guess was deemed generic enough to slip through the cracks, and here it is. I'm pretty happy to get a ton of these because I probably will be updating my Clone Troopers to have this more unique style of darker flesh printed head, and it definitely works very well for the Clone Trooper face, so I was very happy to be able to get a ton of these for my own armies. Alright, I think that should be 20 or so in total, so let's set these aside and take a look at what comes next. Moving on from that, I managed to get a few of the exclusive LEGO Ninjago minifigure prints from the Battle Pack lines. These are from the Epic Battle $10 Impulse Buy line of sets. It's pretty odd that they would have these very specialized torsos on Bricks and Pieces, particularly pertaining to a certain subject like Ninjago, which sometimes can be considered fully licensed. Thankfully, I was able to get at least a few of these torsos, and they're definitely pretty unique ones that probably won't be appearing in any other set, so I just figured it's nice to have some spares on hand in case I ever want to use them for something else. Some other basically complete minifigures I was able to put together was this example of the May minifigure from LEGO Monkey Kid. I have gotten a few of these in Bricks and Pieces before, but I really love exactly how this outfit looks, so I definitely wanted to get an extra one just to have on the side. It's a really cool outfit. I'm pretty sure I've got the head in here somewhere, but let's just move on and I'll set this aside to put the head on later. Some more complete minifigures included in this lot from Bricks and Pieces include some of the exclusive Pirates of Barracuda Bay figures, particularly the main pirate captain himself. Here he is, fully assembled. It was really nice to get another of this minifigure to pilot my other Barracuda Bay sets and related pirate ships, because I do have multiples of that set in order to have a full-on pirate fleet. And speaking of stuff from that set, I managed to get one of these specialized torsos, which has some sort of an anchor print on it as a tattoo and some parrots. Lots of nice references to classic LEGO pirates on this torso, so I managed to get another one just for fun. Also included in that set was a great homage to one of the classic LEGO castle sets, the Guarded Inn. The original Guarded Inn came with a flag piece with basically this exact print on it, except now the Pirates of Barracuda Bay set has actually taken the time to add some of the text on it for Jose's Inn or Josie's Inn, depending on how you want to see it, so it's pretty nice to have this, and I wanted to get a few to maybe make a larger Guarded Inn set in the future. And speaking of LEGO Castle, I'm currently building an army of Black Falcon Knights, so I had to make sure to get a ton of Black Falcon helmets just for use in my own army, and so it's always good to have a lot of these for army building. I also managed to get on top of these a ton of swords and bows for the characters to use in my army, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'll probably be publishing my video showcasing the full army pretty soon because I basically have it all put together. These should finish up the entire army with this order, so I'm quite excited to share that with all of you because there are dozens of soldiers in the army so far, and who knows, I might be even ordering some more, but it's really cool to it's really just cool to be able to army build these as a whole, and I'm definitely very excited to showcase what they all look like as a group. With those out of the way, let's just take a look at some of the final minifigure pieces in this slot, including a nice dual molded pirate hat and hair combo, again from Barracuda Bay, as well as some specialized video pieces. These are actually from the quote-unquote video bandmates, the collectible minifigure-like series, so I was pretty surprised that LEGO actually put them up for sale, but here they are. The purple Lord Garmadon helmet was a really nice one to get, especially for maybe some custom Oni minifigures, and the dark blue cowboy hat is a pretty fun piece as well. Some other hats include the Golden J Digi J hat right there, or the head wrap from the Golden J minifigure, another May helmet because I love the design of these, one of the dark red turbans from Gravis, the Elemental Master of Gravity from LEGO Ninjago, currently exclusive to that character, some of the LEGO Marvel Superheroes standard hood pieces, specifically for Miles Morales, and the white one for Gwen Stacy. They're pretty just good general use hood pieces, so I managed to get a few extra ones just for standard civilians in my own town, as well as a head wrap piece for the Kai Island sets with a headband. Always cool to get a dual molded piece like this, especially one that's currently exclusive to the 2021 sets. And finally, just some generic original Cole hair pieces because I had a few minifigures who are somehow missing that hair piece. And lastly, there's just one sand blue plain unprinted LEGO Serpentine head, which is just interesting to get as a general piece. Moving on, there's some other minifigure stuff here. You can see some of the headpiece with glasses on it for Mr. Tang from Monkey Kid. Just a really nice headpiece that I think actually fits myself quite well, so I might even use this on some sig figs or whatnot. And then I've also got some of the more exclusive, either a dual molded piece for the Spider-Man minifigures, always good to get this type of piece dual molded for other Spider-Man minifigures, and the teal short legs from Jacob Pevsner, which was also exclusive to the Tournament of Elements set. Besides some standard Ninjago armor pieces that I just needed a few extras of, as well as some pink pom-poms from the video lines, we've got one of the white guitars used by Jacob Pevsner, the Master of Sound from Ninjago's Tournament of Elements set, but was first used in the LEGO Ideas Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie set. A very cute small Friends baby, which only is currently exclusive to the LEGO Friends shopping mall. And of course some green power burst sets. Now these were actually used for Mysterio, but I figured they'd be pretty good pieces to use for Ninjago Lloyd minifigures, especially to show the elemental green energy he shoots from his hands. So I managed to get a few of these in case I want to decorate my Lloyds with some of these. One brand new piece that was introduced this year was the Prime Empire Ninjago game controller in a brand new color. Last year it was in white and black, but the LEGO Friends shopping mall introduced it for the first time in pink and black, which I feel just has some general good uses in other applications, so I managed to get a few of them because they're currently exclusive to the $100 shopping mall. And speaking of some more exclusive pieces, I managed to get some of the Keyed Orange or Flame Yellowish Orange pieces again from the Disney Raya and the Last Dragon sets. I don't know if we'll ever actually see these recolors again because they're pretty specific recolors in this particular shade of orange, and I think it's pretty cool because these have construction applications, plus an interesting new recolor for the croissant piece, as well as a shell and some of the new Ninjago armor pieces introduced last year, all in this very unique shade of Keyed Orange, which could always be very useful for mocks. Another thing that's really great for mock potential are these original Bionicle pieces, making a return. They were used in 2008 for the Bionicle Mystica line, but we're still seeing them in use today, and particularly in this brand new teal color for the LEGO Ninjago Island sets. It's a really nice recolor of a pretty classic Bionicle piece, at least if you go back all the way to 2008, and I'm honestly surprised this piece is still being used today, but certainly not complaining about the awesome recolors we see here. And I have a feeling that people are going to be using these for the Lariska Dark Hunter Bionicle Cannon contest, so I wanted to stock up on a few of them while they're still available, in case other builders use them so I can replicate the mocks. Lastly, just a few miscellaneous stuff here. Oh, there's May's head, so let's just complete the minifigure here. There we go. But then some other minifigure stuff are the new dual molded ghost swords. These are the original mold used for Ninjago Possession back in 2015, but with a brand new color. They injected the purple color into the sword, so it's a pretty unique variant compared to the original Ninjago ghost sword. Plus the gold version of Lloyd's classic Dao sword, which is always nice to have. I think I actually needed this to replace a missing one on one of my Lloyd minifigures, so this will do nicely. Lastly, I found the orange half scarf or head wrap piece from LEGO Ninjago to be a pretty unique recolor to get in this year's wave of sets, so I just wanted to get one more. I know the original set came with a spare, but these are pretty easy to lose, so wanted to get an extra one for my collection. As well as the brand new LEGO Monkey Kid spider leg piece, which is a very unique and versatile piece that I'm sure will have a lot of very useful applications in all sorts of LEGO greebling and building. Also from Monkey Kid is this special unique print for Mr. Tang's book, which I just found was a pretty nice Asian-inspired print on the front of the cover here that could be useful for other applications. I also managed to get some of the LEGO Creator Safari print. I figured these would make as pretty good postcards for maybe an African gift shop or some sort of a zoo gift shop. Maybe in case I decide to build that in the future, I wanted to be stocked up on these. Finally, just a few miscellaneous items here and there. The dolphin mold in this particular sand blue color is currently exclusive to the Collectible Minifigure series, so pretty big surprise I was even able to order these. But again, some of the Collectible Minifigure stuff has been slipping and ending up on Bricks and Pieces, so I'll take them when I can get them, especially because buying these are far cheaper than buying a ton of the $5 minifigure. And I do have a massive underwater LEGO display, so these will do nicely as extra elements in that display. I also managed to get one of the brand new windscreen components. This is a completely new piece and mold for the NASA shuttle that just launched all the way back around May, and it's a pretty cool piece to have. I don't know if it'll ever appear in any other set, probably not with this particular printing, so it probably will become a pretty rare piece in the future, given that it's currently exclusive to a pretty expensive D2C. Another piece that's very exclusive to a direct-to-consumer set is this large piano sheet music currently exclusive to the LEGO Ideas Grand Piano, featuring the name of the designer and one of his original compositions on the front of the notes here. I was also again surprised these were on Bricks and Pieces, but they're fully printed. Pretty interesting parts too, large flat tiles with a print on them, so it's pretty cool to get extras of. Other large pieces I just figured would be handy to have around are these silver saw blade pieces introduced for Ninjago's Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, but could easily double as ninja shurikens or throwing stars for Bionicle-sized characters. Some other Bionicle-sized pieces are these construction elements that were introduced in 2018 for the Ninjago Sons of Garmadon line in black, but for this year we're getting them for the first time in white and gold, so I wanted to get a few of these extra as well. Lastly, just some miscellaneous stuff. Surprisingly, LEGO has recolored the frictionless Technic pin in yellow for junior sets, so I just had to get a few of these just to see what they were like. And they also have introduced the Technic bushing in black after many years of absence, so I figured I'd get a few of these to bolster my collection because these are always useful in Bionicle mocks. And honestly, that's about it, besides just a few magenta pieces to supplement one of the mosaics I've been working on. Stay tuned for a video on this. I've also just gotten some extra studs on the side pieces, also for some random builds I'm working on and in progress. You'll probably see some videos on where these are going sometime in the future, as well as the Super Jumper or Action Piece element in light stone gray. Pretty interesting to get a recolor of this piece. And then finally, the very specialized grill piece that was introduced for LEGO Juniors has cropped up in some Monkey Kids sets, but it's a new piece for 2021. It's kind of a 2x2 variant of the standard palisade brick, but surprisingly enough, it's only 2 plates long, and that's actually why this element was created. In an interview with LEGO designers, they stated that they specifically created this 2-plate long element because for Juniors or 4+ sets, kids were finding it difficult to separate one-length LEGO plates. So they came up with this as a substitute, and I think it works out pretty well and has an added benefit of adding a lot more texture to some other models. But with that, we've summed up this massive bricks and pieces haul. This one was probably one of the more expensive ones that I've done in a while, but there was a lot of really good stuff here. Definitely a lot of stuff for future LEGO creations and mocks, as well as just some fun, unique minifigure elements as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and definitely stay tuned to DuckBricks for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, analyses, and more coming your way very soon.
And thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye for now.